I think the situation is quite unfortunate, but I do believe that it is in the best interests for Senator Menendez to resign in this moment. As you mentioned, consistency matters. It shouldn't matter whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. The details in this indictment are extremely serious.
Yes, they are. And yet that leadership is not coming from the Senate itself. So we got Chris Murphy, Mark Kelly. Let's go to Chris Murphy saying, no senator should be trading on their position in order to enrich themselves. It's hard for me to believe that Senator Menendez can be effective in his job given these allegations, but I think I want to get back and talk to my colleagues on the Foreign Relations Committee before I recommend a path forward for Senator Menendez. Mark Kelly saying, I've never seen anything like this, noting that Menendez has stepped down as Foreign Relations Chair. That's a serious step, Kelly said, but I think Senator Menendez is going to have to think long and hard about the cloud that's going to hang over his service in the United States Senate. He's got to figure out whether he can adequately serve the people of New Jersey. So a sort of search your soul type angle there. And then perhaps the most soft on Senator Menendez is from, sadly, Dick Durbin, who said, this is a very serious charge, there's no question about it, but, there's the but, it bears reminding us of what I've said about the indictments against who? Donald Trump. Equally serious charges. These are, in fact, indictments have yet to be proven. Under the rule of law, a person who is accused is entitled to the presumption of innocence, and it's the responsibility of the government to prove that case. I say that about Donald Trump. I'll say the same thing about Bob Menendez. I mean, look, he's being fair, I guess, but it's such a whataboutism that it's painful, right? This is a senator. You've worked with this senator for years and years and years, and that's probably why you're running cover for him. But like, aren't you worried that this is a terrible look for you to not call for his resignation? Cut the ties, bro. I don't know, but they protect their own. Senator Turner, what do you make of this?
They're conflating the issues. There's a difference between the court of law. We get it. Yeah, definitely innocent until proven guilty. It is up to the feds to prove the case.
Right.
So that happens in court. But the way that this man has comported himself, and you're right, what Representative Ocasio-Cortez had to say about the weight of the evidence makes it clear that Senator Bob Menendez, who dodged it the first time, see, this ain't the first time, now he's in it, got his hands in the cookie jar again, and it's being revealed to the world. He, for the sake of his residents, of the constituents, but this is again, I think we're asking him for more than what he is willing to do, which is to not be a selfish ass person right now when it comes to his constituents. He's doing what he has done. He's being true to form, which is he is putting himself first. Because if he were not putting himself first, he would step down. Let's go ahead and duke this out in the court of law, and then you can go ahead and deal with your Senate seat on the back end.
Right.
If that's the case. But for now, given the weight of these charges, there is no way on God's green earth that this man, without a serious spotlight always on him, can serve, the key word, serve his constituents who deserve so much better. Two different things. Stop conflating a court of law with the court of the streets. In this case.
Exactly, that is a great point, and no one's saying send him to jail immediately. We're saying, shouldn't he resign at this point? And the other thing that's interesting, which might be why both Democrats and Republicans are kind of tempered on this issue, is that the governor of New Jersey is asking Menendez to resign. He himself is saying resign, and the governor, Phil Murphy, is a Democrat. And if Bob Menendez resigns, Phil Murphy would be appointing a senator to the House, to the Senate, to DC. And so you can only imagine that Phil Murphy is going to appoint another Democrat. So it's not about losing a seat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about, we're losing a vote, as if let's put Cinema and Manchin over here. But like, it's not even a politics game. It's a purely, I'm protecting my own game, which is
the person
even
in my club. They're in the club together, Francesca.
Exactly.
This is all this is. So just call it what it is and stop playing games with the American people. You looking out for this dude because far too many of them got their hands in the cookie jar and they praying to God or whoever, whatever they pray to, that they don't too get caught. That's what this is.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.